In the ever-evolving world of consumerism, women have emerged as a formidable force, giving significant influence over economies, both locally and globally. Hello again and welcome to another episode of Women Talk with me, your host Sazzy Falak. This is the place where we get together, chat, share personal stories and talk about topics surrounding women. Now today's topic is very interesting, in fact very interesting, and I can't wait to introduce my guest. But before that, just a little intro. You know how we women, last time we had traditional roles, we're just homemakers, we're mothers, but now women play a pivotal role in shaping market trends and driving the success of industry. So I'm glad to present the topic today, which is exploring the multifaceted nature of women's purchasing power. Joining me on this topic, I've got my two lovely guests. We've got Penny Chu, co-founder of Bloom This. How are you doing?
I'm good.
And we also have Adiba Manslan, founder of The Raw. Oh my gosh, I know a lot of women out there are watching and they know that you guys are womenpreneurs. Maybe you can introduce or tell us a little bit about your company.
Okay, I'm Penny. Yep. I'm the co-founder and the managing director of Bloom This. And Bloom This is an e-commerce that delivers flowers and gifts on demand. So we've started this business since 2015 and today we are in 4 cities, Klang Valley, Johor Bahru, Penang, as well as Singapore.
Hi, my name is Miss Adiba. I am a founder of The Raw. The Raw is a skincare brand made in Malaysia that is developed by both certified pharmacy. I am myself a pharmacist with 7 years experience in Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia and now full force in entrepreneurship.
So, okay, we're talking about women's purchasing power. So you're doing skincare.
Skincare.
And skincare is something that every woman need. Of course, men now are getting to skincare, but even that is actually heavily influenced by the women in their lives, correct? So, okay, but let's start with Penny. When we look at the women's purchasing power, how has your company approached this in terms of marketing, looking at data?
In the beginning, we have more like male audience or male customer with us, but as the time...
Oh, when you first started?
Yes, when we first started, it's more heavily skewed towards the male audience because generally or traditionally, male buy flowers for females.
Yes.
But today we see like quite a balance of our customer demographic. Right? We see that women are actually increasingly having this very positive perception or receptive towards buying flowers first for themselves and also buying flowers to give to other people.
And I can, women are the party planners. They organize the baby showers. They organize the birthdays as well. So has your marketing changed? Because knowing that women's purchasing power are obviously the stronger one, have your marketing campaigns like online changed, or are they more geared towards women, targeting women?
Yeah, so we do have different marketing or different marketing messages tailoring to the different target audience. So for female-wise, right, we focus more on the imagery as well as the aesthetic of our advertisement, as well as the product design, to attract the female audience to us.
I think the trend today is that we are more towards transparency of the ingredient, that we name the product after the ingredient itself. Like the raw itself, we have like a product named arbutin 2%, niacinamide 5%. That is towards the direction. So where the raw came from, it's actually from raw materials.
I see.
Because we are in the raw, we are more particular on what ingredient we put in, and we declare to be transparent because we need our client to be really understand what they are purchasing and what really works for their skins.
And this is obviously based on data that you've seen. Women now want that transparency. Again, women have the power when it comes to purchasing. Did you study like market trends? Did you study women's values before you started The Raw?
Yes, of course. I can see that now women are very empowered to get control about what they purchase and what they put onto their skins. Because we can see that the trend nowadays that women are getting more educated. Not only educated but educated about the skincare itself. So we can see that, for example, like acne. So basically nowadays people knows that if you have acne, you need to find something like salicylic acid, niacinamide. That's a very basic. So we can see that trend is towards that, and The Raw follow after that.
Yes, consumers are more informed now. In fact, when it comes to
Yes.
buying any sort of products, they look at the ingredients that's printed behind the bottles and such. So you started in 2019. So where did you study this? Where did you get the data about where women, these values, women wanting to be more transparent? What sort of research did you do?
I think back to my background is that I am myself a pharmacist.
There you
We
go.
are dealing with a lot of drugs, active ingredients, and we can see that the pattern. When people goes to the over the counter, they are looking, do you have a certain drug? Or when you're looking for a cosmetic, do you have anything that have niacinamide? So that's kind of pattern. Diorang nak lagi pandai, of course. So that's the best thing that to see that, now our local Malaysian that are towards that direction, I'm actually happy.
Good. Yeah. I'm glad. Okay, we're going to go for a short break. We'll come back and talk more about marketing campaigns and social media. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to Women Talk. Thanks for still tuning in. We're going to dive a little deeper into the topic at hand today, which is women's purchasing power. Thanks for still being with us, not moving away. So let's talk about products. Okay, when it comes to selling to women, I think women now look beyond just quality. It's not just about the quality of the products, about how good it is, how good does it work the first time. I think it's all about building that relationship with women, building that brand loyalty. So we're going to dive a little deeper into that. So you do Bloom this. How do you build brand loyalty with our women consumers?
Yeah, so I think for us, we focus a lot on community engagement and community building as well.
Community building. Women love that.
Yeah, so women get together, come together, to exchange ideas, to talk about, what's the best thing in town. They also give feedbacks about the services they have experienced. They will share it with their peers, like buy this product from this merchant and, avoid that company, that sort of thing, right?
Okay.
So we have our own community, which is known as Bloomies. Yeah, so
cute. Okay.
Yeah, so this Bloomies, right, is basically we come together to talk about flowers in this case, right? We talk everything about flowers, talk about decoration, talk about beauty, fashions, and stuff like that, right? So that's actually one of the way on how we actually build trust, right? So the second thing on how we build trust is really on, what is our brand stands for, right?
Okay.
So the brand value is actually very important, for us to communicate with our Bloomies. So the brand has to stand for a cause, right? Whether is it for sustainability, or whether is it for eco-friendly practices, or anything that related to like ESG that form, right?
Yeah.
So for us, we actually also form a community to basically upskill people, women especially.
Upskill people.
Yes, upskill women especially. Yeah, to basically let them to have the skills of flower arrangement. Yeah, so.
I need that. Okay.
Yeah, so they go through like a 3 months incubator incubation, or we call it apprenticeship, all right, to learn about the skills on how to arrange flowers.
Yes.
And at the end of the incubation period, right, so they can actually have a chance to basically work together with us, or have an employment opportunity with us. Yeah. So so this is what we actually do for the community, right? Not just helping them in terms of their daily needs, but also giving them like a job opportunity.
That's interesting because we're talking about building relationships. Yours has gone beyond where they come and join forces with you. And it also essentially sounds that you create a platform for women to get together and share ideas, and from there. But how is that building brand loyalty? Do they come back and buy more of your products by you doing that or organizing things like that?
Yes, so they come back to join our activities, for example, during our launches. So we just launched 2 retails this year. So we can see that they actually come back to our retail. They started following us online, but now they are following us physically and coming to our door and, work this together.
when we talk about the service, it's not only limit to the fulfillment, like you're buying now to you get tomorrow. I think that's common nowadays for e-commerce, especially now. But I'm also talking about the service of delivering beauty consultation. So like nowadays,
what are your added service when it comes to selling the raw? Maybe you can talk about that.
Like the raw, we are on live stream for 20 hours every day without fail since 2022.
You know, when you told me that 20 hours, I don't even have enough hours in my time to look at my phone. I don't know how you do that, but yes, continue.
Yes, that is the added service that we put on the raw, that our potential client can talk to us directly to get their real-time solutions. I think this is the evolution that happened nowadays that help women to empower themselves to get the real-time solution and to, you know, save their time, check out, and tomorrow, barang sampai.
So, with the social media, I can imagine for women, they love it because it's that direct communication. They can ask you questions.
Yes.
But is it something that you think you can continue doing that for?
I think why not? I think the feedback that we get is really positive because that we put in front in the live stream is not someone that is like biasa-biasa, but it's me sometimes. I'm a pharmacist. They can talk to the professional, and also we have a team that is beauty consultant that trained by me with a certain model that we put, and this actually something is healthy because they can get the solid or true information direct to the source. So I think it should be maybe prolonged for the next years to come.
Okay, I can imagine because women love that. They love that connection. Also, collaborating with other brands as well, you know. So I'm just saying this because you never know. The Raw and Bloomdies might just collaborate in the future.
Yes.
Good idea.
Yeah, and she spoke briefly about her social media. Do you do your lives? Has Bloomdies ever done a live? Because this is really interesting. I can imagine you doing a live on how to do flower arrangement.
Yes,
flower arrangement.
Yes, we do live, but not as extensive as 20 hours. Not yet. Something that I would learn from.
I've not heard that myself.
Yeah. So we do live because our business is essentially centered around commerce, right? And also decentralized commerce eventually, right? So platforms like Instagram, TikTok is actually our best friends.
Yes, social media are our best friends. We're going to go for a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Don't go anywhere, guys. Hello and welcome back to Women Talk. For those who just tuned in, we're talking about women's purchasing power. We've got Penny and Adiba. So let's just dive a little deeper. So looking at women's purchasing power, every brand, every companies will do partnerships and collaborations, right? How has the women's purchasing power affected your decisions in doing collaborations and partnerships?
Yeah, so we partner with female-centric brands, obviously, and that has given us a higher brand visibility and also trust as well. So how we do so is that we look into the messaging of our marketing messaging, right? Because women these days, we are not homogeneous, right? So every woman have a different background, different at a different life stage at this moment. The need of a 20-year-old single female is very different from the interest of a 35-year-old married woman with a child. Right? So I think the strategy is in how to target the right messaging to the right audience so that they can resonate, with our services, with our product, as well as with the value that we want to bring to them.
I see.
So our audience range from the age of 23 years old to 45 years old. So when I started a business, I was in my late 20s. So my customers and my audience, they actually grow with me. And now I'm approaching towards the later stage. Not very old, but I see that they grow together. But it is actually at the same time very important to also target the young generation because they are actually the future and they shape the future market.
So, okay, let's continue with you, Adiba. We did discuss a little bit during the break about diversity. When it comes to selling skincare, is it very tricky selling to women from different various backgrounds? Women come first, it comes to race and then age bracket and also skin types. There's the darker, medium, fairer, and not only that, acne prone, dry skin prone. How do you target? How do you handle those things?
Okay, so we really understand that our client background is very diverse, different races, ages, profession, education background. So we really understand. So how we really tackle to ensure that this target group really understand what we are selling off. So basically when we do the marketing campaign, we will use a very simple English. And the raw is very synonym about science. For example, we use all the jargon like arbutin, niacinamide. So we really understand that barrier that we have when communicate with our clients. So for example, when we're doing education, we are educating people, rather than we use all the jargon like comedian, we use a tiny bum, white head, black head, something that these people, laymen, would understand. So same goes to the campaign that we have currently and still ongoing, that we call it Kulit Sihat Bersama the Raw, or English is Healthy Skin with the Raw. So in science, we call it not Kulit Sihat, it's actually intact skin barrier or intact corneal site. But we push this message so it makes it easy to approach these people
to understand.
To push the message that the raw products has the ingredient that we have ceramide, fatty acid and cholesterol that to ensure our skin barrier is intact.
Okay. So even with marketing strategies and such, like online, for instance, like how do you approach, because you say you're part of the marketing strategy team or marketing team, I would say, and most of your marketing, is it focused on social media platforms?
Not only that, at the beginning of but for this year, it's quite 360 degrees. Of course, first time we are very aggressive in the TikTok, and that is quite still aggressive. And we also are available in several social media like Facebook and everything. And also that we are very aggressive in email marketing, and as well as offline. So that's why you can see that every month since June this year, we are having a roadshow with Aeon Wellness in a very major, in a leading malls. So it's 360
And who goes to the
degrees.
mall mostly?
Yes.
Women. Okay. You know, we were talking about, we've been talking about Bloomdays and your company, but let's think about other industries. For instance, I'm just going to paint a picture here. I hope you guys understand. Once upon a time back then, when it comes to selling sports products or attire, it was mostly focused on men. But that industry has shifted as well. Now we have sports products selling and focusing on women, because not only men play football now, but women also play football. You know, you're selling women football boots and such. So let's talk about what industries would you like to see that can shift from just focusing on men, but will also target women?
I think it's already happening, and the shift is going to be more significant, which is the technology and the tech industry, I would say. So in the past, you know, most of male dominates the tech industry, but these days, women are getting more and more involved in the technological space. So I think gadgets, like the daily gadgets, like wearable technologies, laptops, smartphones, and all that. You know, the process of the product design involves a lot in terms of considering the lifestyle of the woman. You know, the busy lifestyle, the suitability, features, functionality, as well as, most importantly, I would say, aesthetic.
It's always about aesthetics. I mean, there has been for quite some time. What about you, Adiba? Any industries you see you like?
Actually, it's already happening, which is healthcare, which is my industry. We can see that it used to be a man-dominant industry, but now it's like shifting. That women is more in the hospital rather than the men.
Very true. Thank you so much, ladies. You know, we've come to the end of the show already. All your sharing has been amazing. Thank you. And for those of you guys who've been watching, thank you for tuning in till the very end. Of course, we'd like to hear more from you. If you have any ideas on topics that we should discuss in the future shows, please do drop us a message at our social media, Instagram, which is Women Talk TV3. Hope to see you guys next week. Bye.